welcome Jane's Addiction!
We are an all-female team, and what we do is take a suggestion from you, our audience, and create an improvised novel in the style of Jane Austen. Maybe you'll see Jane Austen characters you recognize, maybe you won't, I don't know, it's improv. But to get things started, I want you to think of an adjective. Don't shout it yet. Think of an adjective and be like, would they ask that on the SATs? And then bump it up and get an even better adjective. So you've got something really good going in your brain. Oh my God, it's so juicy. Shout that out.
Malleable!
Voluptuous, yeah. Suggestion is voluptuous. We're going to build a voluptuous environment. That will be where our show starts out. Maybe we'll revisit it, maybe we won't. But ladies, let's build a voluptuous setting.
There is a pure white chaise lounge with fluffy white pillows all along it.
A deep pink rug is spread out across the floor, and it goes from here to here.
And there is a big giant portrait of a woman in a very ornate dress with a very tight bodice and very long flowing skirts.
There's a white dressing table here covered in all kinds of different creams and lotions.
Next to the chaise, there is a mini coffee table-ish thing, and it's filled with a wine glass of red wine.
There is an old, brown, hard table.
Our story begins here.
So dreadfully bored.
You would be Margaret.
And I am dreadfully. Oh, so dreadfully.
Margaret,
Yes.
don't you think it's time that we stop being bored and, start going out and doing things like, sisters should?
Well, that would require movement. And if there's one thing I hate more than being bored, it's moving.
I know, Margaret. I don't know how you keep such a figure like you do.
I eat nothing. Nothing's wrong. It's quite a feat, really. Mother doesn't know how to do it. I don't either.
I don't know how you do it either.
Right.
And you have such perfect hips, and they're shaped like, one of those things with sand in it, and, what is it called? That tells time.
Oh, hourglass.
Yes!
Yes.
Smart.
I did learn that word.
Yes.
But you're right. Perhaps I should try something that involves walking and going somewhere.
Well, I heard that Mr. Feathersworth is back in town.
Mr. Feathersworth.
I heard, I'm not confirming.
Did you hear it from someone reliable, or did you hear it from that little snitch Charlotte?
That little snitch Charlotte. No, but she said that she heard it from Kitty.
Kitty is somewhat reliable.
Yes.
And if Mr. Feathersworth is back in town and he's not coming to visit me, I wonder why. I really do. I wonder why.
Well, maybe he's playing hard to get.
Oh, I think I read about that once in something I read. It wasn't very many things.
No.
Charles, I read the most interesting article in the London Post. It was about being hard to get, and I thought, damn, Feathersworth, that's a brilliant idea. Whoa! Charles! Off stationary. I can only do a pas de deux for so long on my dressage horse before he gets tired. Good job.
I prefer standing on my horse.
Oh, yeah, Charles!
You'll notice the horse is improving, and yet I do not.
I've underestimated you. For years I thought, whoa.
I think we know who the true horseman is, do we not?
I take one knee to you, sir. Bravo!
Oh, I wouldn't wear 2 knees, actually.
Charles, I can't help but question your use of 2 knees. It seems quite French of you.
But I did just return from Paris.
Oh, tell me all about it, Charles. It sounds delightful.
Well, George, shall I tell you of the women there?
Oh.
The women, I can tell you, are quite different than the women here.
Are they easy to get?
Well, if you mean easy to get by any action you take towards them, they will respond yes. All I had to do is look. A mere look at a woman, and she stared at me directly, eye to eye, in the face. It was remarkable. They are not cold as stone like the ladies here. They are warm, they are passionate. They have such passion for life. And well, I too have passion, George. You have seen me on my horse. You see.
That is overflowing, Charles. Bravo again.
It's seeping out of my pores.
Indeed, I can almost smell it wafting through the country air up through my nostrils like a fine scone on a hot summer's day.
Limit your intake of it, or you shall pass out.
Indeed. I do not want too many pheromones getting in my face, good sir.
Yes, but you know, George, the thing is, the word about town, everyone knows that you've returned. I know you tried to keep it a secret, but...
Well, I did tell Kitty you told Charlotte, and neither of those dames can keep their yaps shut, can they?
One is a little bit more reliable than the other.
Indeed.
Yes. I know we had an agreement to keep it a secret, but now that they know you're here, well, I think we should make a bit of a show of it.
A bit of a show, shall we wager?
Yeah.
I love nothing more than a fine wager.
Oh, I see. You're throwing down the gauntlet, are you not?
Yes, indeed, the gauntlet has been thrown. The duel has been undueled.
Did you want to make a specific call, George?
I do. One of us shall get Margaret Simmons' hand in marriage, and the one who does shall have the pick of the other man's horse, huh? I've always wanted to stand on top of a horse, Charles. Your horse is the finest back for standing I've ever seen.
So you see, Kitty, the reason I have asked you to come to my home for tea is because I heard from my sister, who heard from Charlotte, that you told her that Mr. Phillips was back in town.
Well, I might have possibly sort of said something similar to that.
Might have possibly, or did you just possibly?
It's possible that I did.
Kitty, neither of us have the time for games.
This is true, that's why we're just drinking tea.
I think you know that...
Ladies, I brought a chess set in case you're ready for games.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry, I just thought it was quite humorous how we were just talking about games and then she brought in a game.
I do believe your laugh just echoed through all of the halls of my home.
I'm sorry, I forgot where I was for a moment. Please forgive me. Yes.
Anyhow, Kitty,
Yes, Margaret.
I would love to play chess with you.
So now you want to play games? Again, I apologize, I forgot where I was.
Quit saying things that are ironic because they seem to affect you. I can't decide now what I should say. as I feel I may.
I'm ever so sorry.
Yes, Miss.
Mr. George is here to visit.
Lucy, was it Mr. George Fellersworth?
Yes!
Well, Kitty, I believe our answer has arrived. You didn't even have to tell me if he might have possibly anything to say. Oh dear. Look all right.
I'd like to make a correction. Actually, it is Charles that is here. No, it's George. George is here, Charles is not. Just clarification.
That's my name! I am here! I shall bow at you in the most wooing manner.
I shall stand to accept it, and I don't stand often.
Last time I saw you, you wouldn't move about if a heavy breeze blew you down the street tonight.
It's true.
Don't mind me sitting here, I'm just sitting here.
I'm not minding you at all. Miss Margaret Simmons, I must say that you indeed are the most enchanting thing I've seen since the land of enchantment.
Yeah, that's a lovely place.
It really is. Quite lovely. Across the sea, on a ship, through some provinces, and boom, the land of enchantment. You enchant the pants off that land of enchantment. I'm sorry I mentioned pants, that's inappropriate.
I'll allow this once. I don't typically laugh or stand or move, but somehow when you come in the room, I don't.
You're doing 3 of the things you don't typically do.
It's true. It has some sort of effect on me, doesn't it, Kitty? Oh my goodness, I'm even speaking to Kitty.
My brain is a cavern and your laugh has echoed through it as if 1,000 screeching bats had launched forth. Excuse me for a moment, I should stop minding you. Please, Miss Margaret.
Yes.
Tomorrow,
Yes.
would you take a turn about the town square with me?
Yes.
Well, until tomorrow.
I can tell you are admiring me internally. It's my understanding that my good friend George should arrive from the town square any minute now. I'm here to intercept him. Are you a spy? I'm here to get information.
Information?
Are you here to intercept me?
Intercept!
I must find a better way to communicate. Are you aligned with George Fenniston? Good friends, related, cousin, distant or otherwise?
No!
So you were just a very petite man on a following me about?
The most dreadful thing has come to my notice. I was about to go strolling in the square, and rumors of a very petite spy have come to my ears. Indeed, spies.
Was your spy, was it not, George?
Well, what can I say? I've got petite spies everywhere, but that was not one of mine, Charles.
Note, this was the year in which the petite spy became bout. Became a bout also became a phrase that.
Ever since I became about back to town,
George, we have a wager, therefore we cannot trust each other until the wager is won.
Indeed, and I did go to Margaret's house yesterday, and things became about that I would take her for a walk.
I knew you were there because I myself had my own petite spy.
You double petite spied me, did you?
I did. It's something I learned abroad. Now just catching on here.
Trendsetter, Charles.
So you have made the first move, George.
I do, and the hand that is upper is mine.
Not always the strongest or the most clever.
But he's the boldest. I am like a white pawn moving out on a checkerboard of fate.
But you and I both know, should I come striding through town, standing on my horse, George, every eye will look upon me.
If your move is shaped like a horse, you can only go 2 moves up and 1 move over, and I can go any direction I please. Aha! Miss Margaret! Oh! Now, Miss Margaret!
Oh, there you are. I was afraid I had the wrong day. I know we were going to walk about town together.
You can hold on to my left arm, it's my best arm. Oh, look! There's Charles. Doesn't he look dingy and ill-kept?
Oh, I recognize him not standing up on the horse.
Yes!
How is France? I hear the women there are quite forward and look you directly in the eye. I would never dare to do such a thing.
Shame, my dear Margaret, because your eyes are like 2 stars shining very brightly in this small little
Oh, Dad,
town.
how would you know? Indeed, Miss Margaret, he is a liar and a falsehood spewer.
I have imagined, my imagination has run wild with your face, even though I've never looked upon it directly. I know every inch of your face.
He's taken quite a lot of liberties with your face, my darling, in his imagination. His imagination has been to France. I should not trust it. You're moving quite fluidly, Miss Margaret.
I found that now that I have begun walking, I quite care for it.
Do you like horses, Miss Margaret?
Everyone likes horses, don't be stupid.
My father had many horses. Perhaps you know that my father passed away and I am the sole heir of his fortune. One of the few eligible women in town with such a large fortune.
Did you know not every man in this town is in need of a good woman with a good fortune? Some of us have our own.
I almost looked directly into your eyes for a minute.
Margaret!
Yes, I know.
You stood at the very precipice of looking at his face. I could not possibly tolerate it any longer.
Oh my goodness. But no, George, it was an accident.
Hold on, I shall play hard to get for just one more moment. Well, Margaret, I forgive you for being such a lewd slattern. I very solicitously agree to let you hold my arm again, but don't ever look nearly near his face once more.
Well, I'm not sure I care for someone whose emotions turn so quickly.
Me neither.
Perhaps I shall take another arm.
Second move, George. Second move.
I shall again put my hand above the one that you put above mine. Oh, Kitty, hello!
Don't worry, Margaret. This is a trick. He's trying to make you jealous with your younger sister.
Oh, Kitty has such a laugh. It's like a musical sonata has exploded in my head. Do laugh! Such a lady! Possibly decorate my arm and bear my children down through the ages until the 21st century.
Yes. I can imagine nothing better than you to wed this laughing little chicken.
I was just thinking about how I don't know much, but I do know that when I am on my deathbed, the last sound I shall hear will be that laugh echoing in my ears.
Margaret!
I said it, Kitty, I said it!
Well, once you think someone's your friend and then they come and say something like that.
Well, your sister is never your friend. She is not my sister. My sister is the other one, Samantha, and she's petite, and she probably was a spy for you. sound, but that doesn't mean my brain isn't working.
I'm afraid that women of London are much more clever than women of Paris.
Indeed, perhaps we should go to where the wine flows thick and the brains are few, shall we not?
I have also come to the realization if I were to marry Margaret over there, you would get my horse. I love that horse.
Well, I love my horse.
No other horse would let me stand on it like that.
Everyone did love horses.
George! George! My God, I love myself. Charles, to Paris, I think you and I should go, and upon both of our knees, we should just thank God we're in France.
Yes, where eye contact can get you a lot more than a stroll in the park.
And obnoxious laughter.
Gentlemen, I do feel rather bad. So I have a proposition for you, as I do have copious amounts of money.
You have a proposition and you're not French.
I do understand
That's right. George and I do.
that. Anyhow, perhaps I shall fund your trip if my sister and I, and yes, even Kitty, can accompany you. I've never seen France and I'd like to.
Interesting proposition. Taking unwed ladies to France seems like a bit of an obstacle. Purpose there.
It is, but it's 1899. It's Brave New World.
Yes. George and Charles accepted the proposition and they sailed across the channel. The weather was bad.
And while on the boat, Kitty mysteriously slipped off the side. She died.